Hello Internet, welcome to Games Done Wrongish.
Hey guys, Microsoft have just recently announced their new game streaming service titled Project Xcloud. Original, I know. I also know that not everyone that watches these videos keeps up to date on everything Xbox, or Microsoft as the case may be, so before I get into my thoughts and ideas on the announcement, I figured I would play the announcement trailer first. If you have already seen the announcement trailer, then feel free to skip to the time shown on screen right now and I will pick up again from there. For those that have not yet seen it, let's take a look.
Our cloud engineers are building a game streaming network to unlock console quality gaming on any device.
There's 2 billion gamers in the world. Some of them have a PC, some of them have a console, some of them have a smartphone, some of them have all three.
What if everybody in the world could play Halo? What if everybody in the world could play Red Dead Redemption? Everybody in the world could play the games. What would we have to do in order to make that possible?
In order to do that, we believe we need to build a game streaming service.
We see game streaming as a great technology, giving you access to the games that you want to play on the device that you want to play them on.
Being able to compute in the cloud and then stream to whatever device I'm on, allow me to play with anybody. That's powerful.
But when you think about any other form of media, the idea that it's locked to one device is just totally absent. I want to be the center of my world, and I want the devices around me and the services around me to be available wherever I want them to be.
What does it mean to completely change the paradigm of how we play?
The first thing people say is, you're crazy, you can't build a service like that.
What about latency? What about the level of detail? What about the richness of the game? Is my experience going to get degraded?
We are a gaming company with content and community, and we happen to also have a great, strong first-party cloud in Azure. It makes us uniquely positioned here.
Azure supports 54 regions in 140 countries, and we're going to build hardware to deploy into those data centers. We have our first rack of console hardware in the data center in Quincy today.
We've taken an existing Xbox console, we've broken it out into its component parts, and can actually build a single blade unit that can host multiple Xbox systems at one time. So we've actually built not just the blades themselves with the boards inside, but all the infrastructure associated with it.
We have evolved the platform. We're readying the data centers. We're readying the network. We have increased bandwidth.
We're introducing new ways to do video encoding and decoding. We are going to be pushing the edge of what's possible, even with 5G, which hasn't been deployed worldwide yet.
So how real is it?
The first time I played Forza on my Android phone, it was just amazing.
You're playing your favorite game and it's streaming.
You'll be able to play with an Xbox One controller connected via Bluetooth. And if you don't have a controller, you'll be able to play with our touch input controls.
I'm a huge console gamer, but now when I'm done with the console or my son walks into the room and he wants to play something else, I don't ever have to stop gaming because I'll be able to game the games that I love on every device that I own.
As we think about this next step for us, the idea of putting the gamer at the center is critical to how we goal ourselves in the gaming team and the Xbox team. We love the device that we build, our Xbox consoles. We want those to be world-class, the best place to play.
Consoles are still gonna be a flagship experience. You know, you're gonna have that immersive, high-fidelity experience with your amazing sound systems. It's all right there.
But we know not everybody on the planet's gonna go buy a gaming console. It's actually about choice for you.
It's amazing for traditional console players because it gives them another place to play. But what's incredible is for the people who haven't been introduced to this type of gaming.
People who've never seen a franchise like Halo or never seen a franchise like Gears, it's pretty amazing.
We have it up and running today. And when we have it just right, we're going to scale it out in an epic way and deliver it to the world.
So there we have it, Project Xcloud. I feel the name at this stage is a bit of a cop-out, especially as they called the Xbox One X Project Scorpio. That name had a sting in its tail. Pun absolutely intended. This feels like they forgot the word cloud is oversaturated and used in far too many presentations already by Microsoft. Anyway, the name is not what we're here to talk about. Well, not all we're here to talk about. What I would like to talk about firstly is why. Why are they looking into this now? It seems very strange that they want to announce this right now. PlayStation have had their cloud system up and running for the majority of this generation of console, and all said and done, it has not really been a selling point for PlayStation or Sony. So why are Microsoft now trying to bring a similar service out, and what do they hope to gain from it? Ever since Phil Spencer took over as head of Xbox, he has been banging on about the options Microsoft want to offer their customers in regards to gaming on multiple platforms. He has fronted the Play Anywhere initiative, which has seen a number of Microsoft Studio titles be released on Xbox, whilst also allowing you to install the game and play it on your Windows 10 PC. I am sure when he spearheaded this venture he was somehow expecting a number of major publishers and developers to opt in too, and allowed their games to be played this way. The problem is the publishers and developers were already able to do this while being able to make money from both types of gamers, sometimes even double up. I myself have purchased games on multiple platforms. I purchased Destiny 2 on both Activision Blizzard's PC store and on Xbox. So why would a developer or publisher want to allow Microsoft to sell their game once and then allow it to be played on both PC and Xbox? It does not make any sense to them. It would help entice gamers into joining the Xbox Live ecosystem and Microsoft Store, which is a win for Microsoft, but not really anybody else. Microsoft needed to break out of this claustrophobic area of gaming. They need a way to entice mobile gamers to join the fold. Get them under the Xbox Live wing, if you will, and what better way to do this than offer a full-on console-based gaming option on your mobile phone or tablet. It's worked really well for Fortnite as of late, with that game making an absolute bank in the mobile market, so it goes to show that the market is there. It shows that people are willing to play massive multiplayer first-person shooters and the likes on their mobile phones. As this is a staple of Xbox, with Halo being one of, if not the biggest franchise the brand has, and with it also being a multiplayer first-person shooter, they know that they need a way to get it and their other brands into the hands of mobile gamers, and fast. Also, having mobile gamers in the Xbox Live ecosystem will help them leverage the idea of Play Anywhere. This will allow them to approach publishers such as Activision and EA and tell them that they have the most efficient way for them to sell their AAA games on mobile phones with next to no work required from them. They have already started to market the project in this way. The official Microsoft blog on the matter, which is linked in the description below this video, has this to say, quote, "Ultimately, Project Xcloud is about providing gamers, whether they prefer console or PC, new choices in when and where they play, while giving mobile-only players access to worlds, characters and immersive stories they haven't been able to experience before. To realise this vision, we know we must make it easy for developers to bring their content to Project Xcloud. Developers of more than 3,000 games available on Xbox One today, and those building the thousands that are coming in the future, will be able to deploy and dramatically scale access to their games across all devices on Project Xcloud, with no additional work." End quote. So what does this mean to the likes of Activision and EA? Well, simply put, it is the same as it is now for them in regards to Xbox 360 backwards compatibility on the Xbox One. As long as the licensing agreements allow for it and the developer or publisher is on board with their game being sold via Xcloud, Microsoft will upload their game to their Xcloud servers, and anyone with an Xbox Live account will be able to purchase and play the game on the device of their choosing. To the publisher, this may sound great. They get to sell their games to mobile users. Not just their new and current titles, but their entire back catalogue if they released on Xbox in the past and all licenses are still intact. All they have to do is agree to it and Microsoft takes care of the rest. If, however, in the agreement the publisher also has to agree to the game becoming a Play Anywhere title at the same time, then Microsoft have finally cracked it. They have gotten their way, and now all gamers have a way to purchase a game once and then choose to play it on their Xbox, PC, or stream it to their mobile phones, tablets, or even smart TVs. The problem they are going to have going this route though is the same that has always stifled the streamed gaming services, and that is lag or latency issues. In response to this, Microsoft have this to say, quote, "Developers and researchers at Microsoft Research are creating ways to combat latency through advances in network topology and video encoding and decoding. Project Xcloud will have the capability to make game streaming possible on 4G networks and will dynamically scale to push against the outer limits of what's possible on 5G networks as they roll out globally. Currently, the test experience is running at 10 megabits per second. Our goal is to deliver high quality experiences at the lowest possible bitrate that work across the widest possible networks, taking into consideration the uniqueness of every device and network. End quote. Back in 2013, when Microsoft unveiled the Xbox One, despite all of their failings on how they presented it, they did also mention cloud gaming. Not in the same light, but in a number of ways it can be used and utilised. They even went as far as stating that for every Xbox One sold, there will be the power equivalent to another 3 Xbox Ones available in the cloud. At the time, nobody really knew what this meant, and to be honest, I'm not sure many of us do to this date. In fact, the whole talk of cloud-powered gaming kind of melted away in the background, along with always online DRM and difficulties in trading old games. They still bring up now and again the Azure servers they have deployed around the world, and it seems that these servers or data centers, whatever they are, will be the platform in which they intend to deliver Project Xcloud to everyone. Their announcement video actually shows them stripping down 4 Xbox One S consoles and inserting them into a server blade to power the gaming servers. I'm not sure this is how they will actually intend to do things. I doubt it will work that way at all, and if it did, then you would have to question what they intend to do about the future of games and content. If they build all of their servers on Xbox One S specifications, then there is likely not going to be any way to play any Xbox 2 games when it arrives in 2020 or whenever they decide to launch their next-gen console. Ultimately, all we can do is wait and see. As I have gone over in this video, I can totally see why they want to get this out there, sooner rather than later. I'm just not sure we have the infrastructure for it yet. There are a lot of people that do not have a 10 megabit broadband or higher. I am quite lucky as I live in Ireland, and over here we generally have a 100 megabit standard broadband system, with cable broadband being able to go up to and above 300 megabit. So if they can make it work well at 10 meg, we should have no issues here. Sadly, this is not the case for everyone, but Microsoft cannot afford to wait until it is available to everyone. They have to strike now while the iron is hot, while Fortnite is showing mobile gamers what they can actually do with their mobile phones, and ultimately before someone else comes along and beats them to it. I'm interested in this a lot, which is why I made this video. I am wondering how they will market it to the public. If this edition is tacked onto your current Xbox Live or Game Pass subscription, it could be a game changer. If I need to leave the country to visit family or friends and I'm able to just take my Xbox One controller with me, plug it into a smart TV, or sync it up to a tablet via Bluetooth and carry on playing the latest Forza or Halo that I was playing back home, or jump back into my back catalogue of Xbox 360 games, I would be very happy. If they actually get it to work well in most areas, it could then extend the lifespan of your PCs or laptops too. If your laptop, for instance, is no longer powerful enough to play the latest games, or is just getting old and slowing down while playing the game you just purchased, instead of having to go out and buy a new laptop, you can open up a streaming app and continue to play the game via the cloud. I think these visions of streamed gaming have been in the forefront of many streaming service creators. Many before me have likely dreamed of playing a game from screen to screen without any slowdown or latency issues. The problem is, it has never come to pass. It has always been just that little step behind of playing on an actual console or PC. Will Microsoft have the technology and know-how to break down these barriers? Will this finally be the streaming service many have dreamed of, or will it simply be another PlayStation Now that serves its purpose when absolutely necessary but does not really meet all of our expectations or requirements? So, Project Xcloud. Let me know what you think about this service so far and what you think Microsoft can or cannot accomplish with this. I'm interested to read your thoughts in the comments down below, and I will see you next time.
If you like this video, please consider watching another. 2 suggestions will be on screen now. Also, if you have not subscribed already, please do so by clicking the icon in the middle of this screen. Every view and subscription will go a long way to helping the channel grow, and in turn will result in more content for you. Thank you, and until the next time, goodbye.